There's been some very good expose by Data Republican on Twitter about the NGOs that are involved here. Apparently, one of them is the Coalition for Humane Immigration Rights. It's called CHIRLA. And another is the Party for Socialism and Liberation, which, yes, as the name suggests, is in fact a communist operation. So you have a communist operation working hand in hand with one of these NGOs. And these are people, by the way, that all tap government money. The Trump administration needs to be following these pathways so that it can not only confront these groups on the street, but cut off their streams of funding, particularly any kind of federal funding. Now, there is some talk about this becoming a sort of jihadi operation. And it is a little bit odd because you see mostly these Mexican flags, but I have noticed among the agitators some Palestinian flags. And so this is the true meaning of, well, intersectionality, right? Intersectionality means your black cause blends with my feminist cause, which blends with this guy's gay cause, which blends with that guy's trans cause, and which blends with Greta Thunberg's climate cause and somebody else's Palestinian or Hamas cause. And essentially, we all have this interchangeable, we're all allies as victims. In fact, the more victimized you are, the higher you are on the victim's totem pole. This is the sort of logic of intersectionality, or the illogic of it, probably a better term. And so I wouldn't be surprised if there is a jihadi element in all this, although unlikely to maybe be the driving element. The media, of course, is doing its level best to cover up for what's going on. And so we're back to a regurgitation of the, quote, mostly peaceful riots. So most people are, not rioting. And Brian Stelter, who's kind of one of the more comically dumb guys in the media, he always states it in the dumbest form. So in a way, what he does is he takes liberal logic and he makes it explicit because he's most of these media guys are pretty subtle. They know how to say something. So they'll say something like, well, of course, the majority of people out there are just there to protest. They're peaceful. There are a few agitators. And this is kind of the refined way to say it. But Stelter will say something like, I just got a memo from one of my friends in LA, and he says that 99% of the people in LA are living normal lives. They're not part of all this. So the implication here is that if it's only 1% that are involved, it's not a problem. But that really doesn't follow. It's kind of like saying, well, listen, 95% of Californians are unaffected by the Manson murders. Therefore, the Manson murders are really not a big deal. I don't understand why they're getting so much coverage. I don't understand why there's a massive investigative apparatus. It's just, what was it, like 5 people? What percentage is that of the whole population? So this is a kind of bizarre way to go. The truth of it is, you have these agitators. They're out on the street. There are a lot of them. And they are blocking roads. They've taken over bridges. They are surrounding federal buildings. They are, by their own account, producing, quote, a siege, and they have to be stopped. And law and order has to be restored. California doesn't intend to do it. In fact, as I mentioned, as a sanctuary state, they are on the side of the rioters. And so that's why we have a federal presence there. Now, it is worth noting, and I'll close on this, that the authors of this mayhem are Mayorkas and Harris and Biden, or more accurately, the people around Biden who are truly running the White House. They created this. Some of it, admittedly, has been created over a longer period of time. Illegals, of course, have been coming to California now for some decades. But the intensification, the acceleration of this problem, that's really occurred in the last 4 years. And now we are living with the poisoned fruits of all that. You've heard me talking a lot about the Juvent Micro Impact platform these last few months and how Debbie and I have made this a part of our daily lives. We use it, we love it, but let me tell you why we're sticking with it. It's more than just a pain solution, it's an investment in your future. Juvent is FDA registered, designed to safely support your bones, your joints, and overall mobility, and all in just 10 to 20 minutes a day from the comfort of your home. What could be easier? If you've been around, you've heard me list all kinds of incredible benefits that you'll notice once you start using the Juvent platform, but better balance, improved posture, and reduced inflammation are a few more that I haven't mentioned yet, all things that are critical as we age. So forget some of these shake plates. This is a smarter, a safer technology. And there's a 6-week risk-free trial, financing options, a $300 discount with code Dinesh at checkout. Go to juvent.com/Dinesh. Give yourself the gift of real lasting health. Juvent will help you keep up with the people and activities you love most. Go to juvent.com/Dinesh.